Hello everyone. So today we are here to begin with GS4 ethics. Now, like it is advised in ethics, we'll begin with the syllabus. So in this short session, we'll be discussing on the syllabus first. बोला ऐसा जाता है कि एथिक्स में सिलेबस स्टेप्स पे होना चाहिए एंड वो होना भी चाहिए बट वील फाइंड अ ईजियर वे टू लर्न दैट सिलेबस और एटलीस्ट अंडरस्टैंड इट इन द कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ एथिक्स. So let's begin. So यूपीएससी सिलेबस के पहले, सिलेबस के जस्ट पहले, वेयर द सिलेबस बिगिंस, वी ऑल नो दैट एथिक्स एंड ह्यूमन इंटरफेस से बिगिन करता है. उसके जस्ट पहले एक एक छोटा सा हेडर है सिलेबस में. तो उस हेडर में वो बोलता है, यूपीएससी ने बोला है कि दे विल ट्राई टू टेस्ट आर एटीट्यूड एंड अप्रोच. दे विल ट्राई टू टेस्ट टू थिंग्स. फर्स्ट इज एटीट्यूड एंड अप्रोच where in the issues related to integrity and probity in public space. Okay, and public space. Second thing that UPSC is willing to test is what will be our problem solving approach. While dealing with various issues and conflicts. और ये अंडरस्टैंडेबल भी है क्योंकि वी नो दैट इन केस स्टडीज़ दे आर टेस्टिंग अस इन डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस. हमारा अप्रोच क्या होगा, उस टाइम पे हमारे दिमाग में क्या चीज़ें क्रॉस कर सकती हैं, क्या क्या ऑप्शंस हमारे पास अवेलेबल रह सकते हैं, उसमें बेस्ट सुटेबल ऑप्शन क्या होगा, हर एक ऑप्शन की मेरिट डिमेरिट. सो यहाँ से हमें एक चीज़ पता चलती है कि द सेम थिंग इज़ बीन सेड इन दिस क्यूट 4 lines हेडर ऑफ यूपीएससी इन दिस सिलेबस. नाउ यूपीएससी ने डिफरेंट हेडर्स में सिलेबस को डिवाइड कर रखा है. Like we all know, we all have gone through syllabus once or more. Ethics and human interface. Okay, this is the first header. Second is human values. Third is attitude. Fourth is aptitude and foundational values in civil services. Fifth is emotional intelligence. Sixth is contributions of moral thinkers and philosophers. From India and the world. The seventh header goes by public or civil surface ethics or ethics in public administration. Now, the second last header goes by probity and governance. And the last one goes by case studies on above issues. Now, all these headers can further be divided into few different headers like ethics or human interface. ये जो part है, this is derived from philosophy. This is derived from philosophy. मतलब this will deal with the theory part of ethics, the definitions of ethics, and so on. This is derived from philosophy. Okay, so this is basically the theoretical aspects of ethics. Now next is attitude, aptitude, emotional intelligence, contribution of different thinkers and philosophers. All this will go into the behavioral aspects. All will go into the behavioral aspects of ethics. Behavioral aspects. Okay. And this is derived from psychology. Now, the further these 2 points, they will come under administrative ethics. And deal with administration and governance. Now, the last part, which is case studies, we all know that there are 6 case studies, 20 marks each, that is around 120 marks, and this comes under applied ethics. So we have known the 4 divisions of ethics from our syllabus, that is theoretical, behavioral, administrative, and applied. So we can just mention that over here, ethics, and what we need to study. Now this makes our remembering part easier. Now whenever there will be part of theoretical aspect, we know that from here the theory has been derived. When we'll talk about the behavioral aspects, we know that okay, these are the 4 points that we need to head to in the syllabus. Whenever there will be asking about administrative aspects, we know from where we need to bring out the keywords and points. And the applied part is just for the reference of case studies. Okay, and theoretical aspect we know ethics and human interface and human values. Behavioral aspects we know attitude, aptitude, and then emotional intelligence and contribution of moral thinkers and philosophers. Administrative part we know ethics in public administration and probity in governance. And applied aspect we know the case studies. Now we'll further break down each part of the syllabus and see what is all that we need to study. Now first is ethics and human interface. Okay, now what we need to study over here? Essence, determinants, and consequences of ethics. कहाँ पे? In human actions. This is the first header. Okay, breaking the points easily so that we can understand what is it that is needs to be studied. Okay, so this is the first point. Second, under this header is ethics in public and private relationships. Next header is that of human values. Now here what we need to study. First of all is lessons from lives and teachings of who leaders, reformers and administrators. Now we have seen various questions on this, like APJ Abdul Kalam and Vivekanand, and different personalities who deem fit in this particular header of the syllabus. Next under this heading, what we study is role of family, society, and educational institutions. And educational institutions. What? In inculcating values. Now, here ends our theoretical aspects of ethics. Now we'll enter into the behavioral aspects. Okay, what is all that guides our behavior, that affects our behavior, and how it influences our public space, private space, our relationships, and much more. So, under the header of attitude, the first point is content. Its content, its structure, and its function. Then there is moral and political attitude, social influence and persuasion, and its relation impact on thoughts and behavior. Now, the fourth aspect is aptitude and foundational values in civil services. Now this we'll remember by acronym node to civil services. There are 8 that are mentioned in the syllabus, but one can study more as and when required. So N stands for non-partisanship, O stands for objectivity, D stands for dedication to public service, E stands for empathy. TO stands for tolerance. C stands for compassion. I stands for integrity. And another I stands for impartiality. So I believe there are 3, 3, 6, 7. Yeah. So we have listed down all the 8 that have been mentioned in the syllabus. Now, after aptitude and foundational values in civil services, the next pointer under the behavioral aspect is emotional intelligence. We all know that Lord Krishna is the perfect example of an emotionally intelligent person who has been there on this planet Earth. So, emotional intelligence will understand the concept, its utility, and application in public administration. Now, next aspect is moral thinkers and philosophers and their moral thinkers and philosophers. There can be no exhaustive list of this, but we need to study the major ones and their contributions. Okay. Now, here ends the behavioral part of ethics syllabus. Now, there comes the administrative aspect. Administrative ethics. So there are 2 that come under this. First is public or civil service values. And ethics in public administration. And second is property in governance. So first we'll open this header. What comes under this? So public and civil service values and ethics in public administration. एथिक्स इन पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का सबसे पहले हम कोशिश करेंगे जानने का कि यहाँ स्टेटस क्या है अभी, क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं यहाँ पे. ओके, उसके बाद हम जानने की कोशिश करेंगे कि क्या क्या एथिकल कंसर्न्स या डायलेमास हैं जो कि एम्प्लॉयज़ को फेस करने पड़ रहे हैं इन पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. ओके, नाउ अगर मुझे एज एन एम्प्लॉय कोई कंसर्न या डायलेमा आ रहा है तो मेरे पास उस डायलेमा से डील करने के लिए कोई ना कोई सोर्स होगा जो मुझे गाइड करेगा. तो नेक्स्ट हेडर ऑफ द सिलेबस कम्स एथिकल गाइडेंस. और यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे रोल ऑफ व्हाट, रोल ऑफ लॉ, रूल्स, regulations and conscience as sources of ethical guidance, ऐसा कि सिलेबस में मेंशन्ड है. ओके, नाउ आफ्टर एथिकल गाइडेंस, ओके, मैंने एक एम्प्लॉय को एथिकल गाइडेंस के लिए लॉज, रूल्स, रेगुलेशंस भी दे दिए, उसकी ट्रेनिंग करा दी, कंसाइंस उसका डेवलप कर दिया, वैल्यू सिस्टम प्रोवाइड कर दिया. अब मैं क्या करूँगा, एक एथिकल गवर्नेंस इंश्योर करने के लिए अकाउंटेबिलिटी मैकेनिज्म्स को रोबस्ट करूँगा. तो द नेक्स्ट हेडर ऑफ द सिलेबस कम्स एज अकाउंटेबिलिटी एंड एथिकल governance. Accountability and ethical governance. Okay, so this is the fourth header that comes underway. Now accountability and ethical governance has been done. One of the headers is corporate governance. Okay, this will deal with the private aspects. Now, next is, once I have ensured that the accountability mechanisms are robust, and after that also I want that if I have achieved the best practices, they must continue. So I look forward, in plugging the loopholes. Now, from there comes the next header of the syllabus, strengthening ethics and values in governance or administration. Okay. Now, we'll also deal with ethics in international relations. And funding. So we'll deal with various aspects of, whether the rich states should fund the weaker states, whether the global south deserves a compensation for all these years that they had been exploited and their natural resources had been used, the emissions that they didn't do but are at the forefronts of receiving all the wrath of climate change. So those aspects will be covered over here. Now, the next header under this administrative ethics part is probity in governance. Probity in governance. So probity simply means uprightness in governance, or you can say ensuring cleanliness in governance, and um, individuals adopting the highest standards in governance. So under probity in governance, first header as per the syllabus is concept of public service. Concept of public service. Now, once we explore the contours of public service and how it evolved, we'll enter into the second phase, that is, what is the philosophical basis of governance and probity. The theory part will be dealt later, but here we are just trying to understand and decode the syllabus as per the PYQs that have been asked in the previous years, and how these keywords, if they are ingrained in our mind, they are going to help us in future. Now, next aspect, philosophical basis of governance and probity. The next thing that comes is information sharing. And transparency in governance. Now, beyond this comes RTI, Right to Information Act, then comes Code of Ethics, Code of Conduct. Now, all these things that we are discussing are some or the other way, are tools that will enhance various aspects of governance. Like code of ethics and code of conduct will improve the conduct of the employees and things like that. RTI will ensure that nothing is being done that cannot be made transparent or is not following the rules and regulations. Okay. Citizen charter would ensure that there is citizen charter would ensure that the services are being delivered in a time bound manner. Beyond citizen charter, what will come? The next aspect of the syllabus, and that is work culture. Then there would be quality of service delivery. Then there will be utilization of public funds. and then there would be challenges of corruption. So this ends the administrative aspects of ethics. The last is what? The last is case studies, and that is the applied aspect. Applied aspect is case studies. So hope you liked this breakup of the syllabus, and things don't end here. These are basic pointers which, even if kept in mind, will help us write at least a decent answer, and these needs to be on the tips while we are writing ethics paper. Moreover, these can serve as a core around which different information can be added on, and if these are ingrained into our mind, it will be easier for us to score and recall the finer words. Focus on the finer nuances that will help us score more. So thanks a lot, and hope you liked it, and hope if you watch this video you'll be able to keep the syllabus of ethics on tips. Thank you.